420 into the 420, damn it!
So what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Why not?
I'm trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is how much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiva grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
Hello. This is the 420 radio show. It did it again, Marcel.
It did.
Yep. Have to see what's up with that. Hello, Ted. What you smoking, buddy?
Mix of stuff.
He doesn't know.
It's a salad.
I get all the table scraps here, everything that falls on the floor, other stuff.
Dude, you know, I so missed that at the lounge. I called it tray weed. It was the best weed in the house, even better than the dispensary shit, because the guys would come in and then leave it. You know, they'd leave another two. Yeah, right. There you go. I missed that. Anyways, this is the 420 radio show. We're live here with Ted Smith from the Victoria Cannabis Buyers Club. I practiced that this afternoon. Now I'm gonna make Ted bigger. There we go. So Ted, I like to talk to Ted a lot of times because he's a bundle of information. But today we've got something that Ted wants to get off his chest, I think. And when last we talked, it had sounded like the government put up their hands and said, "Okay, Ted, go ahead, do what you want." But now, fill us in. What's happened? Like the last couple of days, right?
Yeah, we had thought that the statute of limitations had passed. Our club has been raided twice since legalization in November 2019 and July 2020. And we had thought that they'd passed their statute of limitations, which appears to be a year in their own legislation. But apparently they don't think that is the case. And so, we've been recently fined. Both the society has been given a fine and I've been given a fine, both around $3.2 million, totaling up almost $6.5 million.
Wow, you're going to need a big jar.
Well, they ain't getting that money. We're not even.
How do they justify these fines?
Well,
Hold on one
justify them.
Fines for what, guys? I want to know fines for what. These are fines from previous raids over the last few years.
Yeah,
that's now catching
fines
up.
for not complying. Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
The way that they calculated the number was to add up the value from the first raid to the value of what they seized in the second raid. And then they calculated how much we'd done in sales between the two to come up with around 1.6 million. And then they doubled that. And that's where they got the 3.2 million. And as far as I can tell, I'm the only one that they've doubled down on. In that usually when they find a business or society following a raid, there's been one fine, where in this case they quite clearly decided to give me my own separate 3.2 million. So
how special. Yeah, very special. Merry Christmas.
Almost looks like they're grasping at straws.
Well, what they're really trying to do is not get that amount of money, but they're trying to show the legal industry, which is really struggling because of all the red tape. They're trying to show them that they're, coming down hard on people like me that are defying the law and continuing to stay open. And so, it really has nothing to do with getting that much money out of me, but making the industry happy to think that they're, that the government's, doing their end of the deal.
Yeah. Wild. So you're fundraising.
Yeah, we're fundraising to pay for our lawyers, Jack Lloyd and Kirk Tusaw, to go to battle here for us. So that ain't cheap, but we've been doing really well. There's a couple of us in the core group that have pitched in, and certainly the club's able to pay some. But so far, we've raised over $28,000 in just over a week.
Good.
Good for you guys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's never.
that's all they're coming at you for now is the fines. Everything else is done.
Well, I wouldn't say that's all they're coming after. They just shut down their website this week as well, and GoFundMe shut down within 6 hours of getting that set up. And
wow.
Yeah, so we've definitely got a lot of pressure from the government in different aspects, and there may be more things, which is why we're going to be applying for an injunction type motion here to stop the government from any more punitive measures until we've had a full constitutional hearing.
Well, if anybody can do anything, it'll be Jack, and they'll both. They're both great lawyers. Both Kirk and Jack are great lawyers, so they'll figure it out.
Yeah. We actually for the last while had a different law firm that sent in our federal exemption application to Health Canada last year, and that's a very comprehensive document, over 700 pages with over 300 letters of support from our members, documenting how we've essentially saved their lives, and a lot of other expert evidence and stuff that we've already submitted to Health Canada there. But when this happened, I wanted to go with the best, and certainly Jack and with Kirk at his side are the best.
They've got a good track record. So take us back a few steps. All right, what exactly is the Victoria Cannabis Buyers Club? What exactly is that? How long have you guys been around? Because you're like the oldest in Canada, right? The oldest.
Yeah, I started the club when I lived in a van back in January 1996. I got a pager and a pamphlet, and started to help provide people with medicine. In particular, I was trying to help a lot of people with AIDS that were really struggling with that problem, and I had connected with a baker that made cookies and brownies and massage oils and stuff. And so that really blew my mind for the potentials of this medicine, and so a large part of why I started the club. And then a few months later, we got an apartment and did that for 5 years in an apartment, and then moved into a store here in 2000. We got raided a few times in the early days and beat all those charges. And then 2009, Owen Smith got arrested making cookies for us. So we fought that all the way to the Supreme Court of Canada and won a unanimous decision in 2015 that made cannabis edibles and extracts legal. And that case really was the final straw in prohibition, even because at that point, Bay Street could see all the money with the value-added products, essentially. And so that's when legalization started, which at first sounded like a great idea, but it's been a corporate takeover that's been so heavily regulated and difficult to work in that our club had really no choice but to work outside of the regulations for recreational use. And in the meantime, the medical marijuana program has had very little improvements. Legalization didn't really mean any benefits for the medical marijuana program. but for patients on the ground, it really took away thousands of products across Canada that were available in stores that were, really high dosage and low cost. And, for patients, cannabis was much more accessible and affordable under prohibition than it's been under legalization. But most businesses and organizations have caved under legalization in the early days. If although there are still a whole bunch of holdouts, not just us, but certainly the CSU is doing its best to clamp down on the ones that are still standing.
Even COM in Toronto is gone now, right? And they've been around for a long time as well.
Yeah,
So,
I heard because my friend running the Montreal Green Cross, they got shut down in December, and she tried to find clubs in Ontario, and it doesn't
yeah.
sound like COM or the Toronto Compassion Club have been
Yeah.
able to really survive this at
Even
all.
Justin's even closed up shop. I mean, I shouldn't say they've closed up shop because I don't really know if they've closed up shop. But there's a handful still around in the city.
Well,
There's a
no
hand.
doubt people are still trying to take care of each other, but in terms of like a real presence where you can find them in any real way, like, they're gone.
You need to know somebody now, and if you don't know somebody, you're stuck with the legal stuff. Or my alternative is I go to the reservation because that's where you still get the legacy products, right?
Yeah.
Like it's sad they open up Ontario. We'll say Ontario because there's a reason. Dougie Doug flaps his yap. We're open and we're ready to grow, right? And then they shut everybody down. They did the same thing Canada wide. I mean, now you've got to go in Nova Scotia and you've got to go to the liquor store, right? All those people that who are trying to get away from alcohol and use cannabis instead are now going through the alcohol aisle to get to their preferred medicine. And I'm sure that there's what are you eating, Mary Jane? I just noticed you're having your dinner.
Well, why hide? We know everybody knows what you're doing.
He's not even on camera. So
I was gonna say, I better not be on camera. Oh my god.
Well, quick, let's make her bake.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Okay, what are you eating?
Dinner.
We ran your little
What is
clip
it?
this morning.
It's dinner.
Dinner. What are you eating?
Chinese
I saw
food.
broccoli. Ooh. Okay, back to Ted.
I just wanted to say something touching on what Ted was talking about there. You guys are talking about, now people have to go to the legal store to get their medicine, or like they pass the liquor and whatever. They're not even able to get the same products, like Ted was saying, the high dose, the stuff that the medicinal patients require. Like, are they really going to eat 110 milligram brownies? You're going to have a diabetic friggin' heart attack first.
Fortunately, I like gummies, so I would eat a bag of gummies to get the effect that I wanted. I haven't tried them yet. Now, Len, I was going to call you McGruber now. McGruber has been trying the drinks. Do you you make your own infused stuff? I'm sure by now, Ted. Do you have a preference personally on you medicate, what you use, how much you use? Do you need a lot? That's for Ted, by the way.
Sorry, the sound was really choppy.
Yeah, you're breaking up, Al. I couldn't make you all out either.
I'm sorry. How's this? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. What I asked you is, what's your preferred method of cannabis using it? Do you like to bake and just or are you very stringent about it? Now, some people just use it as a medicine. Other people use it as a reason to do anything. He's having a hard time hearing me.
Yeah, I'm still having a hard time hearing. I think you were asking me what my preferred method of using cannabis is.
Yeah, good consumption.
Okay. Honestly, I'm really more of a joint smoker than anything. Although I do consume a lot of capsules and edibles because it seems like they're being thrown at me a lot.
Here, try this. Are you into the mushroom thing and using that for depression or anything like that? I know I am.
Well, I guess no. I've used some microdosing mushrooms here and there.
Yeah.
But I realize I'm under a lot of pressure and stress. But I'd like to think I'm not really depressed. But yeah, I take a lot of cannabis to help me sleep and relax. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Everybody should.
Find what works.
What works? Yep. What works?
And the easiest way to find what works is try it all.
Well, everybody's different, right?
I'm trying Temple Ball tonight just to see, as well as squares.
You should try
And that's
Temple.
what we tell our members when they join our club. It's like we've got dozens and dozens of products, and it's going to be an experiment here for people, and it'll take a while to find out really what works best. Sometimes people figure it out pretty quick, but there is a lot of experimenting going on, and we're like unique strains of humans, right? And so it takes a while to find the right combination of plant human genetics to see what works best. So yeah,
I've been sitting here experimenting for 2 years. Got nothing else to do.
Yeah, that's one reason why doctors hate it so much, because they just want to be able to give you a pill that just does the same thing all the time. That's just totally standardized, and this plant medicine don't work like that.
Sometimes it works well, and sometimes it doesn't work. So it's like everything else. What are you doing, Darce?
Just got done scraping my hash and cutting it all up. Now I was going to roll myself a joint.
Ooh. Mary Jane's eating. Darcy's doing stuff. Ted's. You're at the club, are you? Or are you at a lounge, Ted? Wow.
Someone's making noise.
Yeah. That's Darcy. There you go. Stops.
Yeah, because I muted. It wasn't me.
So you guys can hear me, but Ted is having a hard time hearing me. Is that the issue?
It's very choppy for me.
Yeah. Or is it choppy for everybody?
Oh, it's not choppy for me.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
It's choppy on my end, Al.
Is it?
Yeah. But I just pointed that to my cell phone, so.
Okay.
It only gets choppy for me when Darcy turns his mic on.
Yeah, Darcy's mic's fucked.
That's why I just we got to get Darcy and Hillary a new mic. We're going to start a GoFundMe page for new mics.
Hillary or me?
You too. You can have one.
I knew.
No, yours seems to be working fine.
Yours is working fine. Yeah.
We just have all the noise because Darcy unmuted his.
Again. There we go.
Sounds like he's typing.
Muted him again. Darcy's Mr. Mute today. So what's next, Ted? You're just gonna ride the waves out and see what happens, or are you still going? Can people still find you when they need you? He can't hear me. You want to ask him, Marcel?
Ted, can you hear me?
It seems to be getting worse. I could barely hear any of that.
It's funny because we can hear Ted easy, eh?
Yeah. Ted,
Sorry,
Ted
folks.
Just have a bad connection one way.
Maybe leave and come back, Ted.
Pardon?
Sign language? Can anybody do sign language?
Bye.
I heard that.
Come back.
Leave and come back.
Sign out and back
Please
in again?
go away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently, my hand motions worked.
Lenny does know sign language.
It's all that.
It was just random fucking air shit.
I'm surprised that they don't have to give you guys some kind of training for that, to be honest with you.
Sign language?
Well, you mean you are a public service.
Oh, it isn't.
He
doesn't work with the public.
I don't speak French.
I think if they
Yeah.
should teach sign language in school before they teach French, because there's
They
more
used to.
people in Canada that are deaf and require sign language than there are French speaking people.
They
And I
used
just
to.
want to say that I actually
I would like to see
leave
the
and
date
come
on that
back.
one. I find that one kind of hard to believe.
They taught.
There's more people that require sign language than speak French in Canada.
Probably. Yeah.
To true francophones, yes, because most francophones can also speak English.
Yeah, that's not really fair though either.
Right. Oh no, I got pulled over one time in Quebec, and cop asked for my driver's license, and I gave it to him, and he says, Marcel Gignac, he says, you speak French. And I said, you speak English perfectly. We'll just go with that. And then he called for backup. But yeah, I think he got mad because I wouldn't speak French to him.
I didn't even get to tell you guys my whole thing in Quebec about trying to buy the underwear.
Trying to buy the what?
I went into Walmart last weekend in Gatineau and tried to buy a pair of underwear. I actually could not make it past the front entrance because they have like a guard standing there. I say guard, 2 employees asking me for my QR code. I'm like, I need underwear. They don't understand the word underwear in French, I guess, because the only word they understood was manager. And when they got the manager, I said, okay, in all fairness, I was a little upset, and I asked the lady, excuse me, do you speak English? To which her response, she said, no. And I said, okay. And then I started proceeding to ask her a question in English because I don't speak French. So I was trying to ask her, how do I get inside to purchase underwear if I don't have this little like QR code thing on me? And she's like, you can't do it. She said groceries and pharmacy, right? And then she told me I could go to this place or this place, and no, it was the law. And I'm like, I was so angry. I left there angry, and I thought about it. I was like, she said she couldn't speak English, but she understood everything I said and was able to respond to me in English. I was like, you know what it is? It's exactly what. As soon as you refuse to speak French in Quebec, you might as well be an alien. They're going to treat you.
I don't stop in Quebec. I drive through Quebec. If I'm going across, then I drive through. I have no reason to stop in Quebec at all.
Well, we couldn't stay in Ottawa because it was full. It was full in Ottawa last weekend.
And for me, it's only because having a French name and not speaking French, I get looked down upon very quickly in the province of Quebec.
Don't fall
How's
off.
Ted sound? How's Ted now? Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, that sounds a lot better now.
Good.
We get to watch Ted on the angle. There we go.
Yeah, Ted sideways on the phone.
Yeah. You can go upside down if you like, buddy.
I don't even know how that happened. I'm not a techie.
Okay, now you can hear us. That's a good thing. I don't remember what we were talking about other than what you were going through.
You wanted to know what Ted's preferred consumption was.
And he told us.
Well, that was back to Fargo. I think the last question is, can people still get access?
Right. And then it was, how do they get a hold of you, and are you still going?
Yes. There you go.
Okay, yeah, because we're still working on putting a new website up, so that kind of sucks.
So they went to the company and had your website pulled.
Yeah, they had GoDaddy take our website down. So yeah.
For what? Were you selling on your website?
There's an investigation going on that we're doing things illegal. So and we are. So it doesn't take much for them to figure that out. So yeah, it's kind of having to go set up sites other places now.
I thought they again put up their hands and said, "Okay, Ted, go ahead and do what you got to do."
And then they went ahead and did what they got to do.
Yep.
You thought who said that?
The courts basically said, "Okay, Ted."
No, we haven't had a court decision since 2015. And that was part of the frustration with the raids, was that there was no opportunity to go to court. So now that they find us, then off we go.
So the charges are still pending then?
Well, there are no charges. There's just a fine.
Just fines for raid. That there were no charges.
Administrative fine.
I don't get that.
Yeah, no, there's been no criminal charges or warrants even during the raids. They've just come and seized product.
Saying that Health Canada told them to come.
But yeah, so now we've got to file 2 applications into court. We have to file a constitutional challenge, which is based essentially on 2 arguments. One is the basically part 2 of our Smith decision, where the government in its wisdom made a 10 milligram limit on products for patients and the public. And as we were talking earlier, that's completely inadequate. Especially when you look at things like the 1,000 milligram or 1 gram a day protocol a lot of cancer patients are trying to do. The way it's packaged and sold makes it impossible for patients to use them. For example, we sell suppositories that have 250 milligrams of THC in them that these cancer patients and others will take 3-4 times a day. So that would be 100 suppositories if they were to use a legal one, which is just ridiculous. And so so we'll be fighting the 10 milligram issue. And the other really important one is accessibility. Patients across Canada need to be able to walk into a storefront and get answers about the medical uses of the products and possible drug interactions, and have a relationship with the vendors that will allow them to use this as a medicine. Right now it's like you walk into any of these retail stores, the legal ones,
can't even ask the
and
question.
53% of the people apparently walking in are coming for medical purposes. And they have no relationship with the stores, so they don't have their records there to be able to be like, well, this is what you bought last time, you use indica, and and otherwise
trial and error for sure.
Can't talk anything. It's ridiculous.
I get a giggle out of the guy at the cashier where I go when I say, "Can I give the bag a squish?" Because it's the only thing you can do, right? And if it's a nice squishy bag, it's not dry, right? You can't see it. The only thing you can do is squish the bag, right? So I give the bag a squish, and if I can squish it, it doesn't, then we're good. I don't like that, but in the city, you have very few choices now. You either go to an illegal source or you go to a legal source. And the illegal sources they're not drying up, they're getting harder to find. The legacy. We'll say legacy. Let's not say illegal. Right? So go to the res. Do you have reservations out there that are helping people still? He can't hear us again.
Sorry, I'm starting to lose you a bit again. You asked me if there's something helping patients still?
Marcel.
The reservations. He's wondering if you have dispensaries on the reserves in BC, similar to what's happening in the Maritimes.
We do a little bit here on the island and some in the interior for sure. But that really isn't happening out here in the coast much. It's been wonderful to see it happening in other parts of the country. But it really isn't happening around here. I think there might be a couple holdups up island. But and again, some in the interior BC, but not as much as in Ontario and the east and the prairies even, right? So
yeah.
But yeah, so the part of the real problem here is this complete dismal failure of the medical marijuana programs. Like right now, you're only allowed to sign up to one company at a time, and you have to do everything online with your credit card. And right there, for a lot of patients that are homeless or poor or elderly or unable to deal with technology very well for one reason or another, they're just completely cut out of the medical marijuana system, even if they can get a doctor to sign. And doctors are getting harder and harder to find here. They're shutting down clinics all the time to do stuff online and have virtually no relationship with patients. And so unless you're willing to pay to get a doctor to sign for a medical marijuana license, you're in a lot of trouble. And otherwise, when you do sign up to it, you can get products from one company at a time. And a lot of patients use cannabis in multiple forms. They have, different capsules and tinctures and swabs and smokables, and to force them to buy everything off of one company is ridiculous. They should be able to walk into a store like ours, where the products are designed for patients, and be able to talk to a pharmacist and other specialists about, again, drug interactions and stuff. So those are the two main arguments we have.
I think at this point, it's more than an argument. It's a health issue now, right? And people are realizing that. That's the good thing. The public is realizing that, but the government is not. Here, anyways. They're realizing it other places.
Yep. No, it's a long battle, but it's one that's really important. And so, we're fighting on that count. We're also fighting for our lounge, although that's really not part of the legal proceedings here. But when COVID restrictions are over, we're going to reopen our smoking lounge. But in the meantime, we're actually doing a research project with a professor who works up at UVic and with the Canadian Centre for Substance Use. And so we're doing a really comprehensive study on the social, medical, and economic benefits that come from having a free cannabis consumption space that's designed for patients. And so we have a lot of information that's going to come out of this. And what I want to push for when it becomes public is for the government to consider the medical side, because the BC government's preparing to do consultation on allow lounges in very restricted sort of circumstances, but it's completely commercial that they're trying to do. And so what we want them to focus on as well is medical spaces in hospitals, in old age homes, in long-term care facilities, where patients can use it for free. They're not being pressured buying stuff, and where they're surrounded by other patients that can help them with, how to use their cannabis, or just with the social benefits that come from being in a group of people that are using cannabis together. And so we hope to be able to spur a pilot project on here in town at one of the long-term care facilities that we work with a lot. But either way, this study is going to be able to really give a lot of data about the benefits of having a cannabis consumption site, because there really hasn't been many real, scientific type studies on that sort of thing. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. So is there an actual place where people can go and get a hold of you now, or do they just have to try and find you best they can?
Like I say, you're choppy. So if you ask me if there's a place patients can go now, it's like, no. With COVID, this room I'm sitting in actually has had to be shut down from our members. But we're really hoping in the near future that as the restrictions are lifted, that we can open the doors back and let everybody home, because it's been quite strange. Our club is different than anything else out there. It's not just a retail store. It's not just a pot lounge. It's a real community. But not having our lounge here has really made us suffer, especially because we're not having any of our potlucks and games nights and 420s and things that we would normally do. So yeah, we've really struggled dealing with both, the plague and the persecution and floods and everything all happening in the past few years.
Yeah, it's crazy. So listen, you're having a hard time hearing us. We can hear you fine. I think that what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you, if somebody wants to get a hold of you guys, how do they do that now? If I know that you have an email or something set up with Jack, or
well, I guess there's two emails. We have Save the VCBC set up at gmail.com, to take in donations. And then we have our regular email, which is hellovcbc@gmail.com. And that's what we're using for our general business and, signing up new patients and doing mail orders and stuff, because we've lost our website, but we're still able to do mail orders with people.
You can put up another website.
Pardon?
You can put up another website.
We're working on that. There's been just so many things going on. My friends that I've got doing that just haven't put it together yet. But so that's in the works. We also have the Cannabis Digest, which is used to be my old newspaper. That's still online website. So we can put out announcements and things on the Cannabis Digest. And if people want to donate, actually we're going to have posters out. I guess we'll put them out Monday that take Bitcoin even. And so we've really just, in a way, just kind of getting our fundraising up and off the ground here, because it is going to be a long, drawn out battle. The other application for court I forgot to mention there is we're going to need an injunction type proceeding here. We need to stop this fine and any other persecution from happening pending the outcome of the constitutional challenge that we'll be filing. And so, there's those two applications that got to get put in, probably before the end of April, or probably even before April.
Wow. So your hands are full,
Yeah, it's very busy. There's a lot of operational stuff at the club that we got to do. We've kind of got our staffing pretty low right now, in part so that we can pay as much money to the lawyers as possible. So I'm half the time, or not half the time, but some days I'm rolling joints and making capsules and doing the dishes and retail and whatever here too. So it's been busy, especially because when the Montreal Green Cross got shut down in December, they referred a lot of their patients to us. So we've been doing a lot more mail order to people and expanding our product line and trying to accommodate for that as well.
So you're plugging along. Has anybody else got any questions for Ted?
Not me. Ted's answered all the ones that I had.
All right. Well,
ditto.
What was that?
I say ditto to Marcel, and just good luck. His best, basically, all you can say is good luck to Ted.
Yeah, good luck. And damn, that was loud.
Sorry about that. How many members, roughly?
We have about 8,500 patients that we've signed up here.
Well, that's 8,500 witnesses when you go to court. Might as well make it a long time.
Yeah, it's a real community of people. In
sure
terms
most
of active members, because that's over 26 years, right? It's probably around 3,500 a month that we see, I think. 3,500 people.
That's still a good crowd for a courtroom. Just prayed each witness through.
Yeah, we have a very solid base of support here on many levels.
Well, see,
so
in court, patient impact. Yeah, but in court, patient impact goes a long way to a judge, right? So if you have your patients in there explaining how important the club is and how much they've helped, it weighs a little more sympathy on your part from the judge. And to be hit with double fines.
Okay, unfortunately, that was really choppy, but I think I caught some of it. And the courts will be giving some consideration to the number of people that are here. The letters of support that we got for exemption last year are really hard for me to read. I still haven't got through them all. I'm a pretty emotional guy at times, but it's really hard to read people's stories of how much pain and suffering that they went through before they found our club, and how much of a difference in their quality of life they've had since using our products. It really is something that hundreds of people alive and believe that they're still there because of us. And that's something that I used to joke that we didn't have to make money off of our cookies. We could sell the cookies at cost because it kept people alive longer, so they keep buying pot off us. And so we've extended the life and improved the quality of life of countless people almost. It's been profound, and I've seen that in my own life when I lost my love Gail, which would have happened a lot sooner if we hadn't had this plant medicine to help her.
Yeah.
Sorry,
well, I wish all the best. Yeah, I wish all the best for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, please keep in touch and let us know what's going on with things. We're going to let Ted go because he's having a hard time, and he's sitting there, and he's got people around him, and all kinds of stuff.
And he's sitting on a 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, your head must be getting sore by now.
I'm just teasing.
Ted, thank you for joining us. You're always welcome to pop in and say hello.
Luck, if you can't hear us, good luck.
I know. If you can't hear us.
Maybe you should show him us and we could all just wave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the only thing I don't like about this. Good luck.
Okay. Thank
Just
you all
in case they can't hear you.
Now.
Sorry, I can't hear much, but thank you.
I've started watching Bell and Bialik's new show, Cat and something. Can't remember the title.
What show?
She's got a new comedy show. It's actually quite funny. It's
And who's in it? I missed it totally. Who was it?
Ellen Bialik. A Blossom.
Oh, Blossom.
But anyway, no. So it's very funny. And at the end of, she's got some really, really great actors involved. And at the end of every show, they do this. They come out and they all wave at everybody, and they dance, and it's quite funny. Anyways, that was Ted Smith, and now you got us.
I was told when I was younger that I looked like Blossom.
No.
Unless you're offended by that, but no.
No, maybe as a kid.
Blossom?
I don't know, maybe when she was on the show.
Let's get a picture of Blossom. Blossom.
I gotta get one of those funky hats with like little hood thing, whatever that is, the flap.
Okay, here we go. And here's a picture of Blossom. And where are we here? There we go.
What? Yeah,
What?
awesome.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find a good picture. All right, here's a bigger one.
That's no bigger.
No, it's not any bigger, is it? There we go.
I'll do a side by side with Blossom.
There we are.
Here we are. What?
Yeah. It still looks the same.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd be offended if that was my fashion. Ugh. What is that? Is that like 90s fashion?
Yeah, that's when she was Blossom.
That wasn't even
fashion.
cool in the 90s.
Yeah.
I think it was like 88, 89, wasn't it?
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Now, speaking of shows, have you guys seen that new one on Netflix with Will Arnett called Murderville?
A little bit of
I
it.
was going to ask if you'd seen that. I couldn't get into it past.
It's weird. It's funny.
It's like a whole show of outtakes.
Every show has a guest star, a big guest star, that comes in and does a role of the show.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to be stoned to watch it.
So
it's kind of like the guest star is like
time.
unscripted, isn't it?
Yeah. So basically it's a murder mystery and he gets a new partner every week. And his partner is like, one time it was Sharon Stone.
Yeah.
And they don't tell them anything other than you're going to play the partner. And it's all improv. Like you just have to go with
he's
it.
from improv, right? So.
Yeah. And they have, they had Ken Jeong on one of them.
Yes, they've had a few.
God,
I can't remember who I've seen. I saw
the Marshawn Lynch one and Conan O'Brien one.
Conan O'Brien one was the first one.
Yeah.
The one with the girl from Schitt's Creek, Alexis, that has to be the funniest of all of them, I think.
I'll have to check it out. I couldn't get past.
You gotta be in the mood. It's a different show.
I think it's hilarious.
I think
literally just outtakes.
Yeah.
Like Ken Jeong was laughing most of the time, and he's like, trying to be serious.
I like it for just trying to do something different.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that.
Now, did you watch Peacemaker?
I tried.
It's good.
Didn't work out so well.
I think it was awesome.
You liked it, Marcel?
Who's in Peacemaker?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. It's kind of like a sort of a sequel to the second Suicide Squad movie.
To the what?
Well, the Suicide Squad movie that was out last year.
Oh, okay.
This is sort of a spin-off.
I liked it.
I'll tell you, John Cena is a funny actor.
He is.
I've seen him in a couple of shows.
Did you see him in the one in Netflix has?
What is that noise?
It's a grinder.
There you go. It's okay. I can do that too.
Vacation Friends or something, Marcel? Is that the one you're thinking of?
It wasn't even Marcel, and you muted Marcel.
Oh, sorry, Marcel.
Oh, thanks a lot. No, it wasn't that.
That's where my mouse was.
Anyway, for the record, John Cena's a pretty good actor.
Yeah, he's very funny too. He's he's got a good sense of humor. I've seen a couple of things with him lately. I saw a movie. It was a
He's
comedy.
getting there though.
Who cares if he's
Peacemaker,
funny?
he has a couple dramatic scenes with Peacemaker.
Who cares if he's funny? He's good looking. I would like to climb him like a tree. He's big like a tree.
Mary Jane.
Oh, was I not muted? Shit.
Where's Timmy?
Upstairs. He's actually on a call with a awesome family doing a video chat. They have like a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 9-year-old, and I think she's pregnant again. But the whole family just loves him. They adore him.
So he's doing a private show.
Yeah, well, it's so funny because he did that 25-hour thing for Valentine's Day last year, and they watched him the whole 25 hours, and their kid the day after, when Timmy was not on air anymore, was like, when does Timmy come back on TV? He was like, Timmy's not on TV. Not yet, anyways.
So how's about we take a break? Darcy, I'm going to kill you. Every time you do a scissors or move something
he's on mute.
No, I just muted him. Like when he rolls a joint, he's like.
Did you see that video I sent in the group chat?
Yeah,
it's a YouTube one on mycology or mushrooms.
Why don't you pull it up? I got something loaded here that we're going to watch, and you can pull that up.
I thought you were talking about the other one that you sent.
No, I sent that in
Ottawa.
return to you. I had to leave because I watched that video you sent and I started crying. I had to leave. That woman passed away.
So they're saying.
Yeah. So they're
No,
saying
if you search it, she was trampled to death.
That was nice of them.
I got nothing
That's
to
how you
say
end
about
a peaceful
that.
protest. You trample, cripple people with horses.
All right, let's listen to some players for change. It's When the Levee Breaks, and John Paul Jones came along and played along too. So I listened to it earlier. It's really good. Yeah. So we'll listen to that. It's a longie. Roll a couple of doobies. We'll be right back. It's the 420 Radio Show.
It keeps on raining, the levee's gonna break. It keeps on raining, the levee's gonna break. The levee breaks, I had no place to stay. That old levee taught me to weep and moan. And that old levee taught me to weep and moan. Got what it takes to make a mountain man leave his home. you, crying won't do you no good. Oh, now crying won't help you, crying won't do you no good. When the levee breaks, mama, you gotta move. Oh, last night, sat on the levee floor. Oh, last night, sat on the levee floor. Thinking about my baby and my happy home. Hallelujah.
And we don't want to watch
Don't click it, Mike.
No, we don't want to watch an ad.
No, we don't need YouTube commercials.
No.
No. What's wrong, Mary Jane?
I was just distracted watching the live stream.
Yeah, don't watch live stream. It's just
Why?
depressing.
Live
Why,
stream of what? Live stream of what?
Ottawa.
What was going on in Ottawa?
What's going on in Ottawa?
Well,
Police trampled a lady.
I knew last weekend would be the only weekend for me to go. I told Timmy.
Have you got a
this
URL I can pull up the stream and we can see what's going on?
You
guys
literally
went
just go
last
to
weekend.
YouTube and just click
YouTube.
on live.
Go to our
and
chat,
most
Al.
of them are.
Go to our chat. Okay. Hang on.
I did send to all of you guys in the group chat a video on YouTube about mushrooms. It's like 18 minutes long, so don't watch it now because we're busy.
Oh, I wanted to watch that.
Well, if you want to end 20 minutes early and throw that on at the end,
do that.
But it's I learned so much about mushrooms that I was like, oh my god, I need to start researching. There's so many different strains and like.
I'm trying to find the chat here.
It's amazing.
Marcel, you're crinkling.
I'm sorry.
Don't be
sorry.
roll
one.
No, I'm looking at different rosin. What's written on rosin?
Are we talking about the seniors video, or do we want to watch that, or we want to watch the mushrooms? We'll watch the mushrooms one.
Mushroom one is 18 minutes long.
Well, I'll load it up. We can put it on at the end of the show a little, or we can watch a little bit. We can give them the URL. What do you want? You want to?
I like it. Let's do a little bit.
A little bit of both?
Yeah, we don't have to give them the whole thing. They can go. We can share the URL.
The URL. All right. So. The URL.
Sorry, the URL.
Here. It's
I
easy
said it
to
wrong.
around.
No, I call it an URL too. So.
It's a URL.
It's an URL.
You guys didn't say anything about my new background.
I was looking at it while we were chatting with.
Did you tie-dye it yourself?
I did not. I wish I was that talented, but no. It's a tapestry.
Oh, cool.
Tapestry.
Yes.
Okay, I've got this almost loaded.
I want to
And,
play that game that Lenny has.
okay.
Me too. I like that.
It's a fun segment.
It is.
Well, we can do that. I'm just loading the video for later, so let's do whatever. We could sit here and listen to Marcel Crinkle.
Okay, look, I'll mute my mic for a minute.
Oh
It's
my goodness,
Darcy's
okay.
fault.
It's Darcy's fault.
I have a story. Want to hear a quick
Okay,
story?
tell a story. And you also posted some cards I want to look at in the chat.
Oh, those were the cards I was talking about last week. Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's not my story. What was my story about? Oh yeah. So I don't know if you know about those little like boxes that's spelled. They have special names. I can't say right now because if I say it, it'll activate it.
No, you have to say it.
It's like Alex, but
Alexa.
with an A. Yes, that one.
Hi, Alexa. How are you today?
She can't hear you. Yours can. Okay.
Yes, she can.
So one thing that I didn't know it could do is I asked it to tell me a short story, and it was literally, it told me like this 1 minute story, and it was about this like shark swimming around another shark, and at the end it was like, and it was just ready to pounce, and I'm like,
And then she stopped.
and then she stopped, and I'm sitting there like, what happened?
Let's see what happens. Alexa, tell us a funny story.
You said funny.
The hunt. Darkness surrounded her. The vast emptiness of the ocean stretched in all directions. She was limitless, yet she had only one goal in mind: to eat. The water glided smoothly across her sandpaper skin as she waved her fin back and forth, ever so slightly, not expending any more energy than was necessary. Pilot fish picked at the meat stuck between her teeth, an annoyance she could rid herself of with one quick snap, but that would have to wait. She smelled blood, just a short distance away. She swam toward the scent, slowly and deliberately. Up ahead, she saw a disturbance in the water. A squid was flailing wildly as a shark circled around it below. She sized up the competition. It was smaller than her and bore a deep gash across its eye, probably from the squid's sharp beak. She could win this fight. The scars that patterned her body were proof of it. She swam deeper and began to circle the squid, waiting for just the perfect moment to attack.
And I was like, what? What happened? And now I'm left with even more questions, like how in the hell you pulled up the same story? Was it because they only have one story a day?
I don't know. I've given up trying to figure her out. She's difficult sometimes, but she's usually very pleasant.
What is the joke of the day? What do you call a peroxide thief?
Let's see if it says the same thing. Alexa, what is the joke of the day?
What do you call a peroxide thief? Illegally blonde.
All right. Well, we're going to shut that off because it's going to tell us that I need to take my pills in a minute. All right.
I always forget about that. I tell it to remind me to do something, and when it says, when would you like your reminder, I like pick a random date and time, just thinking, oh, that would be a good time. And then I'm on the phone or something, and it's like, MJ, here's your reminder.
I don't like that she says reminder every time. I wish she didn't have to say that. I want her to just say, hey, Al, take your pills. Because, when somebody's in the room and says, hey, Al, don't forget to take your pills, they don't say, hey, Al, reminder, take your pills.
Either way, they're going to know.
They're going to know.
Yeah, they're going to know.
They're going to know. That's another, anyways. Okay, what were we going to do? We were going to wait for Darcy to come back. He's smoking a joint.
You got your things, your game, Lenny? Or sorry,
Yeah,
MacGruber?
Mr.
I just
MacGruber.
noticed your name's MacGruber.
You're also muted, Len.
I'm unmuted. Do you want me to do it? All right.
We need a little segment thingy for this.
Yeah, you know I bring my glasses now, right? Just so I can read these.
That's awesome.
Here's a good question. What should each player's porn star? What should be each player's porn star name?
That is a good question.
We've actually had some porn stars. We've had some porn stars on the show many years ago, thanks to Jeffrey Peterson. What's the question again, please?
What should each? Let me rephrase it. What should be each player's porn star name? I have to admit, I've never thought of this question before.
I feel like if I was going to go into that industry, I would want to spend a lot of time and energy picking the perfect name.
I'm going to table that and go back to it after. I have to think. What's another one? Give us another question.
Well, the other side of it is who has passed out on the toilet the most?
Oh, I fall asleep on the toilet all the time.
I passed out hugging a toilet.
That would qualify, I think.
I used to fall asleep there all the time because with my illness, that was the only place I'd spend so much time in the bathroom that
I would go into the toilet into the bathroom at the garage when I worked at Queensway Auto Parts and sleep for an hour every morning because I was so yeah, it was a comfortable toilet.
Yeah, I think you win.
Yeah. I actually said the name of the company too. Sorry, Ralph.
Darcy Dickman.
What?
Darcy Dickman.
What the fuck?
That's your porn star name.
You're supposed to think of your porn star name.
Oh no, I can't come up with one for me. That was the first one that came to my head.
The professor.
Hey, you could call yourself the pharmacist and walk in with a big bag of Viagra.
The pharmacist would be good too. Yep, you could wear a smock and everything, and no underwear underneath. It would work for you.
Just the lab coat.
Actually, I got my one. I have my name.
Okay.
Professor Fucks a Lot.
That's a pretty lame one, but sorry.
I think it's good.
Marcel is muted. I know he's there because I can see him moving in behind his little shade there.
You can't see me moving.
You can actually.
I was rolling a joint, and it was crinkly because it was Darcy's fault.
It ain't my fault.
You're the one who put shatter or the rosin in the little wrapper things.
I hate the sound of those fucking things.
Did you try it yet, Oh, so you're trying it now, eh?
Yeah.
Darcy is back, so we're gonna run the thing here, and it's a little longer than usual, and then we're gonna come back. What are we gonna talk about today, Darcy?
I don't know. What do you want me to talk? Actually, I'm getting ready to plant sprout some seeds, so I can show you how to do that.
Okay, when we come back, we'll be spreading some seeds and watching the very beautiful Mary Jane smoke a joint.
Hey, this is Cheech. And this is Chong. And you're listening to Lifestyle Radio. What is it? Lifestyle Radio. Say it one more time. 420 Radio? Ooh.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
Are you an independent musician? How would you like to have your songs played on hundreds of radio stations just like the one you're listening to right now? Join MusicSubmit.com and we'll promote your music to radio stations and blogs in your genre. It's free to set up your account, and we guarantee your music will be considered for airplay by radio stations worldwide. Why not sign up today? It's free. MusicSubmit.com. Radio promotion for indie musicians.
This is how we grow the weed.
Ding, ding, ding. Holy shit.
That's why mine's on silent.
So when I'm done running my joints here, Al, I got one left. I will grab my seeds and I'll show you guys.
All right.
Talk about it.
All right. And I am tweeting the URL for the video that we're going to watch at the end of the show about mushrooms. Well, I'm going to watch it anyways. I don't give a fuck what anybody else does. What's this you just posted, Marcel? What is
something for us to talk about.
Okay, what is? Well, let's talk. Let's. We're waiting on Darcy, so let's talk.
Always waiting on me.
Well, no, I've just started reading it because it just came up.
Oh. Well, so
it's a. Yeah, it's about Organigram.
What do they do now?
Well, they're saying that a study that the yeast causes Alzheimer's, so they're wondering if Organigram has caused brain disorders in New Brunswick. So here's how it's written. It's actually cannabis consumption has yet to cause a single death. A licensed cannabis producer in Canada, Organigram, did indirectly lead to the unfortunate death of Jumpin' Jack Proud, though. Back in August of 2019, CBC reported internal emails from the cannabis producer regarding cooling towers clogged with bacteria. In December of 2020, Organigram admitted that 16 cases of Legionnaire's disease did stem from their cooling fans.
What?
Jump ahead another year, Organigram settled 11 lawsuits, but another 4 dozen individuals continue to suffer from unrelated brain disorders in New Brunswick.
Wow.
And it just goes on from there. So
I guess
yeah, Organigram things just coming back to bite you in the ass.
But I mean, a few years ago, somebody was killed by a ton of cannabis that slammed them into a tree in a car crash, right? And I mean, you could technically, if the same is said of that, you could say the same of the car crash.
Technically, you could go back to probably the 30s, and it would be the first person that was shot by a cop because they had cannabis.
Exactly.
Right.
But still.
And it's probably hard to find, but I'm going to bet odds it was a black person that got shot.
Say your name. Say your name. I don't know the rest of the song, or I'd sing it.
What?
Mary Jane, say your name. You got your name. Yes, you've got your name. You said I've got my name. It says Mary Jane.
It says Emma. It's Emma, not fake it.
Okay.
I'm a not fake it.
What?
Because I'm not a faker.
You're not a faker?
That's my porn name. I'm a not fake it.
Marcel Jiznak.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Oh, Mr. Jiznak.
Yeah, we'll pass, thanks.
That would be Jizz Stack, wouldn't it?
Jizz Snack?
No, that's snack. Yum.
I love that one, Lenny. Thank you.
I need Al now.
Are you finished rolling your joints?
You know
two
what?
left. I'm just putting filters.
I'm very upset.
Why? What did I do?
I'm really, really upset, Darcy.
I thought you were going to say because nobody gave you a porn name.
That. What were we talking about? We were going to watch this mushroom thing later on in the show, and Darcy is going to talk about sprouting. And why are you waving?
It's so smoky in here. You can't even see me through the cloud of smoke.
I can see you. You're a little hazy today. Let's see here. We're going to watch.
Ready?
Oh, no, not Darcy.
No, not yet.
Not Darcy yet. No. Oh, that was a cloud. You got to do another one. Let's smoke up the whole screen.
Why not?
Everybody light up. Come on. You can't, Lenny.
I don't
Neither
smoke
can
in my house.
Marissa.
You at least put Lenny McGruber as your name, at least, because I look up and I want to call you McGruber. I have no idea who the fuck that is. And that's not.
Well, you should really learn.
But Gruber, you don't know who he is?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
You seriously have never watched MacGruber?
The
Isn't that
movie?
the guy with the mullet?
The movie?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And he's got a new,
dude, you gotta
there's a new
watch it.
series.
Yeah.
It's on both, I think, Peacock and Prime now.
Yeah.
Or one of the channels on Prime.
What is Peacock?
It's like NBC's
NBC's new network.
like streaming network or something, yeah.
NBC?
Yeah.
It looks like a peacock. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, all the big networks have it. I mean, Peacock is NBC's streaming service, basically. Fox has Tubi. I like Tubi. There's a lot of UK stuff on Tubi, right? Like renovation stuff and things like that, DIY stuff. But no, I've never. I will make a point of watching it this weekend. How's that? You can ask me if I watched it, and I will answer you truthfully. Probably not.
Al Doomy.
Al, do you? No, thank you.
That's your name.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, because you like to say doobies all the time. I don't know. I couldn't come up.
Al Doobie?
I couldn't get anything to do with rap.
I think you go by Big Bear.
You didn't have to go through the 90s with the last name Rap. Okay, so
Yeah, no, but well, actually, I'll put the Pepsi challenge. I'm just trying to think of some sort of sexual reference with the word rap.
Al Rabbit.
What is?
Al Rabbit. Because he's got a rabbit.
Unwrap it.
There you go. Could be that one too.
I'm getting creeped out, guys. I'm getting creeped out. Anyways.
Okay, go get my seeds.
Okay, go get your seeds. What are we doing? Sexing seeds?
Oh, yeah.
Give me your seed, Darcy, right now.
Oh,
no. He hasn't even noticed his name yet.
Listen there, Jizz Snack. You just be quiet.
You know what? I just here. This might be interesting. I got an email. Our stream was interrupted on YouTube.
Why?
Bastards.
How?
I don't know. I just got an email at 7:58.
Oh, on YouTube. Yeah.
Is that when you played the song?
Probably not.
Now you just called YouTube bastards. So.
Bastards.
Well, I'm reading it later.
I got an invite.
Captioning is on Facebook, Jen.
Yeah, I know it. Where is it? I'm trying to find. I can't find the email now.
I love.
And of course, Dale's hiding in Facebook watching instead of coming
Dale's
in
on
here.
Facebook watching stuff. Yeah.
He knows we make him talk.
No, Dale's not feeling good today.
No.
No.
That's no good.
Well, at least he's hanging there and hanging in and listening.
Did he get a dog yet?
No.
Wow, I was looking for a cat for like 8 months.
On purpose?
What?
I was looking for a cat. Yeah, on purpose. I was looking
Fuck,
for a cat.
if you want a cat, just put a dish of food out. You'll get one.
No, I had done that a million times. I wanted to rescue a cat from a shelter.
You probably will rescue a cat if you put a dish of food out.
But because of COVID restrictions and everything like that at the time, it was like, anyways, we got lucky. I feel like, Dale, your dog will come at the right time, just like my cat came, and she's the best cat I ever had. Oh, man. It's like, she's so good, I'll never get another animal after, because no animal will ever compare to this animal.
You know what? I feel the same way about my cat Rusty. I mean, I love these guys that I've got now, but I had Rusty from the day he was born because I had his mom. She had 3 kittens, or 4 kittens. I gave 2 away. I kept 2. Unfortunately, one passed away. But I had Rusty for 16 years, literally from the day he was born to the day he died. And that a relationship like that doesn't come along very often, right? He was a really good. You'll find him.
My
Dale.
problem with Dale looking for a Mastiff is it's competition with me. Because Sadie's coming up to 3, and I need her to be able to train the puppy.
The only thing I ask, Dale, is that you get a puppy that barks a lot when she's outside.
Why?
Darcy looks. Look at Darcy.
No.
Darcy is Dale's neighbor.
Not where he lives.
Well, maybe you guys will get siblings.
No. If he had a dog that barked a lot where he lives, I'm pretty sure somebody would throw some meat over to the dog. The dog would stop barking.
Yeah. No.
A certain somebody?
Oh no, one of the neighbors would end up doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
They're not typically barkers anyways.
No, because they don't really have to bark a lot.
No, they just look at you and go,
they're big enough.
Yeah.
But when they do bark, it's fucking loud.
Okay, Darcy, what are you doing? Let's have sex.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's see. How are you sexing your seeds, Darcy?
I'm not sexing any seeds. I'm just.
Why not?
Well, I already know. Why? Because I already know that these ones are feminized and these ones aren't.
Okay, so why don't you sex your non-feminized seeds?
Because I want a male.
Why?
Because I want to breed.
That kind of thing.
Okay, so pick out 2 males and the rest females.
Well, I only got 1, 2, 3. I only got 6 to 8 seeds, so.
Well, you better hope you got a couple
How
males.
do you? What are you talking about? Sex the seeds? Don't you have to shock them into flour to expose their genitalia or whatever in order to see? You talk about sexing the seeds.
This is an old hippie trick.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling you, it's an old hippie trick.
So what? It's the nub on the top, right?
I want to know
where the seed connects to the plant itself. All right, is it has a little stem. If you look at that end of the seed with a microscope, you'll see either a little tip sticking up or a hollow indentation that looks kind of like a volcano. All right, and it's going to always be an innie or an OD. So if it's an OD and it has a little point sticking out, those will be males, and the volcanoes will be females.
But it's that nub.
I'm so
top,
confused.
right?
You mean you have to actually pop the seed first?
No. When you look at the end of the seed with a microscope, you will see where it was connected to the plant. Because the seed had been connected to the plant. Think of it as being the
bottom part of the seed.
Umbilical cord.
It looks like the bottom part. It's the only flat part.
Right, but the top part.
You should turn your fancy camera on and show us, Marcel.
You can't see it because it's microscopic. It's not
You
microscopic.
I thought you had a microscopic.
Microscopic.
Microscopic. Yeah.
Actually, no, I have a microscope, but then I'd have to go and start digging through the seeds.
I get you.
I've got pictures, I think, on Facebook that show it.
Okay, well, maybe you can pull something like that.
It's probably 10 or 12 years ago that they
while
were up
watch,
there.
Darcy,
okay.
you want to show
You're still Sarcy.
Show us your Sarcy feed.
I can't change that, man. Every fucking time I change that, it keeps coming back. I think it's Al fucking with me.
It is Al fucking with me. Al raps there.
No, I can't change it. Oh, wait now. Can I?
Yes, you have to do it on the camera roll down below, buddy.
Yeah.
on 3 dots.
All right, let me find
Oh,
it.
look, I can even kick him from the studio. Wow.
Oh, don't even be at it. Anyways, I already know one strain I'm going to sprout. It's Motor Breath 15 crossed with I-95.
What is that?
Motor Breath 15 is a really nice gassy strain, heavy producer. And I-95 is a good breeding strain just because of the structure and the structure, terpene profile. There's a couple other things that people, when they bred it, look forward to, but that's the majority of them. But I want it to grow because it grows big plants, big fat colas.
Expert growing guy.
Oh, look, he
Oh,
fell out of his
sorry,
chair.
That was fucking awesome.
Fuck you. I got the last laugh. Anyways, I'm gonna sprout some of these ones, but my other strain I was gonna sprout, I don't know which one I want. I'm torn between two, I guess. Either raspberry beret or or super lemon dragon.
Oh, those both sound good.
I grew the crack and it makes awesome. It makes awesome rosin and hash. I grew it outdoors last year. I'm gonna grow some more this year outdoors because it grows nice big plants and they finish with very little mold. So, but so what I do with my seeds is piece of paper towel, some water. It's already pH'd, and it's got a little bit of nutrients in it. Some rooting, some Floramax root excess, just to give it a little bit of nutrients there for when that seed cracks. You don't need very much. That's why the seed has a lot of nutrients in it to support it for its first. I think they say it's the first 2 weeks of its life cycle. So that's why I don't put very much nutrients. But then I'll take my seeds and I'll place them on the paper towel. Now other people take them seeds and they'll drop them in a cup of water. I've never ever practiced that ever in my life. So the way that I always done it and was always taught was to take your seeds and sprout them on paper towel. So that's the way I've always done it.
How I've always done it.
Yeah, but there's some seeds that you buy that they're coated seeds, and they've got like a color coating. I think Royal Queen is one.
Greenhouse, it's greenhouse genetics, Marcel.
Yeah.
Greenhouse seeds.
And those, you end up soaking them for roughly 24 hours. Usually it's about 12 hours. Soak that, I call it a candy coating off of the seed, then just germinate the seed.
But you'll find some seeds are, well, especially if they're a little older, are hard to sprout. Take yourself like the side of a matchbox, that striking strip, and just barely rub your seed on it, and then try to sprout them. If they don't sprout after a couple days, it's because the outside of that outer casing is really hard and it's dry, and it's hard for the water to penetrate it to start sprouting the seed. So
You gonna show us what you're doing, buddy, or are we just gonna watch you play with a bag?
no, I put my seeds in. So
Put your seeds in what?
In the paper towel.
In my paper towel.
Oh, you didn't
Is it
tell
wet?
anybody that.
Yeah, he did. He
Was
said
that-
I take my paper towel and I
Oh.
put the seeds on it.
So then I'll fold
Is
it
it-
over.
Is it still dried?
No, it's wet already.
Okay.
I pre-moisten that paper towel, and then I put it inside of a Ziploc bag, and I don't zip it. I just fold it over, and I'll take that and I'll sit that on a heating pad.
I used to put it on my TV.
That works good too. Where I usually sprout them on my satellite box because it's a warm place, right? And it doesn't get that hot that it's gonna bake the seed.
Now, I've always said
So,
that this last year was my first grow, but I mean, I've cracked seeds before. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, I don't use the bag.
You don't use the bath. I've done.
I use a paper towel and I have a saucer and a bowl.
Yeah, that's what
No,
I
you
do.
put a bowl over top of it to keep your moisture in.
Yeah.
You can even take these, Al. You can even take this paper towel and throw it inside of one of them little greenhouse domes too, right?
Yeah, or even a medicine jar. Just throw it
Anything
in there.
just to keep it damp until
Yeah.
they sprout.
Yeah, you don't want it too wet. Like you don't want it so it's like see, there's no water dripping out of that.
Drops. You want drops.
Yeah, you don't want it sopping wet, but you don't want it too dry either.
Yeah.
And catch that seed, but catch that seed within the first couple of days, because if you let it get too long, it will root in through that paper towel, and then you got a mess on your hands. Because if you damage that taproot, you'll stunt your plant.
I have
don't
one
want the root
growing
to
right
spread.
now.
You don't want the root to protrude too much.
No.
Okay.
I've actually had it root right in, like you're saying, to the paper towel, and I've just
I've had
cut
that.
the paper towel, and I planted the paper towel in the dirt because I didn't want to tear the root out.
And that's okay.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah.
I figured
but
it'd be
ideally, when the taproot gets about 1/4 inch long, it's safe to put it into the ground. Or into a Rockwell cube if you're using Rockwell cubes, or into whatever you want.
The first time I tried any kind of growing up in Mount Forest, I used one of those grow box things, like a little desktop grow box, right?
Yeah.
Like a greenhouse.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the brand, but they were
Jiffy Pot.
No, it wasn't Jiffy Pop. It was it came
something
with
like that.
It came with a 5-watt LED bulb, like
you had a grow.
I had a grow thing. What do you call it? God damn it! They're very popular.
An Arrow Garden now?
No, it wasn't Arrow Garden. No,
it wasn't Arrow Garden.
Ross showed me them a long time ago, and then I bought one at Canadian Tire.
Were the bucket?
It's the little it's the clear plastic dome on the black tray with
and you can string the lamps together to
the
make
sunbeam lamp on it.
No, it's not a sunbeam. It's anyways, it'll come to me eventually, and I'll post.
So I'm going to.
Oh yes, back to the expert.
Shit, that won't work. Crap! I wish Dale was here. He can vote it. He can put his 2 cents in since he's watching and he's listening. He can just type in on the chat. But I don't know what strain to start. And I figured there's just 5 of you. If you all, I figured 3 would pick one and 2 would pick the other, and then I had to pick that strain.
What?
There's only 4 of us.
I know. So obviously I know that now.
Wait now. What are the strains?
It was raspberry beret
and super lemon dragon.
And what do you want to cross it with?
I don't want to cross with anything. I just want to. They're the ones I'm going to grow next.
For me to try.
What happened to the motor breath?
I'm growing it too. I picked. I grow 2 strands at a time in my tent.
Go with the lemon dragon.
It's more sativa.
It's real lemon.
Is that opposite of the
Oh yeah.
last one? Well,
Oh
then,
yeah.
I'll go with the lemon then.
Yeah.
Wait now. What was the other one that you're already doing?
My I-95 and Motor Breath 15.
Sunblaster.
How many weeks do you figure it's going to take to finish?
They say they're 8 to 10. My Super Lemon Dragon was, I think, the same, 8 weeks. 8 to 10 because that's that little bit of sativa in it. But just give me a second, I'll double check.
Oh, I got Al's poor name. I got it.
Okay.
What is it?
That's why Len's been so.
My mind, Mr. Squishy.
There you go. Don't you dare, Marcel.
Not saying a word, man.
But you know what? That's what I was going to call my business with the squisher, Mr. Squishy.
Actually, I got a fucking wicked name for a rosin company. It's fucking the Peanut Butter Factory.
The Peanut Butter Factory. I think that would be a copyright issue. Chocolate Factory. I watched a whole documentary on Cadbury yesterday.
Is that the caramel company?
Yeah, it started in England and then
Do they show the secret?
It's
It's not a secret, dude. Not a secret.
Well, they claimed it to be a secret. I'm just wondering if they pulled the curtain back.
I remember those commercials when I was a kid.
Yes,
and I sat there
It's
and I
never
laughed.
actually been a secret. It's never been a. I think that's the whole thing. But now people, they represent that with that Cadbury bar. I like.
Don't you remember those commercials, Al?
Of course I do. Of course I do. Yep.
And as soon as I saw those commercials, it was hilarious. It took me about 2 seconds to figure out how they did it, what the secret was. Oh yeah. All right, Darce, what?
Hang on. Wait.
I love that. You guys all have your sound on. So when you send a message, it's like, ting, ting, ting,
Yeah, what the hell happened there?
You
That
guys
was
said
Ed-Bay.
squishy. We said squishy, and I was
Oh,
like, oh my God. That made me think of Finding Nemo. I will call him Squishy, and he will be mine.
Okay. This is the newest Cadbury commercial.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know who their marketing team is, but it's not effective so far.
The Cadbury Dairy Milk Gorilla. Here comes another copyright strike.
Well, it's a commercial.
It is. Somebody makes money off of it somewhere. He looks stoned. I don't get it.
This is
It has to do with chocolate bars.
That's what I'm getting at. That was
Okay,
terrible chocolate commercial.
Hey, here. It's
Wow, man.
That was fucked up.
So Marcel,
Yeah, Darce.
Super Lemon Dragon is a cross of Super Lemon Haze, cross with Breath of the Green Dragon.
10 weeks.
60 to 70 days. It tests at 26 to 29%, and it's plant. It has a pheno variation, and they're both the same, which is medium height and medium flowering. But its terpene profile is Thulian lemon. So,
Raspberry beret.
one second here, I'll tell you.
Isn't that a song?
Yeah, Prince.
Yeah.
Actually, I got a terpene thing I learned this week.
Speaking of terpenes, we've got Russ, the big book of terpenes, coming next week. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, supposedly, you're hearing more 5, 6, 7, 8% terpenes. I didn't know this, but apparently certain labs test 40 terpenes, which is a standard, and some new labs decide to test for like 200 terpenes. So that's where they're getting these higher terpene percents.
Just by going to those labs to get the...
It's a scam. They don't break their... To me, 5% terpenes or 4% terpenes or 3% terpenes is the same amount of terpenes. If you want to break the fraction down by 40 or 200, it still should be the same. But I guess I was naive to realize that's not what was going on.
Different terpenes aren't different weights, I wouldn't think, would they be?
Well, no, but to me, I guess the total terpene count's going up because they're capturing those other 150 terpenes that apparently exist.
Well, this is stuff we're going to
But
talk to the rest about next week.
Do they actually identify which terpenes, though?
On a C of A, I get my C of A. Here's the thing. It's like 0.5%. I can't even remember the number, but it's really, really low. Anything below it, it's fucking almost useless. Or like it's really hard to do it. But anyway, I was getting really impressed out there. I was like 5% terpenes, awesome. 6% terpenes, great. Now I'm starting to learn it's just a fucking lab bullshit again. I was all impressed by those LPs, and now
more lies.
But to me, if I had
it's not lies technically. It's they're taking advantage of a situation, is what they're doing.
Yeah, it's under standardized, I guess, but
it increases the overall percentage of the total terpenes, of course, because they're including all of those other terpenes.
Yeah, my thoughts would be, though, they were just breaking down the actual percentage and fractions appropriately, but the total was the same. I didn't know they were actually expanding the list. So whatever. Just another scam.
They charge more for that extra 150
terpenes? I have no idea. I just learned it the other day, and I was actually kind of bummed.
Lunch bag let down, eh?
Well, I was like very impressed. I was like, wow, these guys are doing some really cool things, because we're usually 2 or 3% terpenes,
and look at that.
But so I was like really like, wow, it's like these guys got something going on, and now I'm like, fuck, I don't even know anymore.
Wow, man.
Anyway, I just learned that the other day. So
cool. Lenny, pull another question.
Oh, you want another one?
Yeah.
And look at that. There's the current. We should be there in no time.
Hey, little guy.
You wanted to go through the trench.
I shall call him Squishy, and he shall be mine, and he shall be my Squishy. Come here, Squishy. Come here, little Squishy.
Here's a good question.
Ow, Dory, that's a jellyfish.
Bad Squishy. Bad Squishy.
Ooh, this is a great stick.
Bad.
All right, get rid of Squishy.
I have 2 really good questions on one stick.
Wow. Well, it's because he's got his glasses on, right?
Yeah. What is the most annoying advertisement currently on TV?
Oh.
And do you want the other question?
Yeah, go ahead.
What was the best TV show ever made?
MASH.
I knew some asshole was going to say MASH.
Cheers.
This is a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Cheers. I'm voting for Cheers.
The best. Well, you know I'm going to be googling.
The original CSI is up there.
Now, or do we care? Do we care if it's a comedy or big drama, or are we just TV show?
MASH.
All right.
Seinfeld's close. Got to be up there.
What?
Seinfeld's got to be up there.
Seinfeld. I can't stand Seinfeld. I don't like his voice, although I like his cars and comedians and cars.
I will say Seinfeld, the show, did do an amazing job of tying in every single character throughout the entire episode. Like, I've learned a lot from traveling with Timmy and watching and like with comedy and stuff. And there's things called callbacks. You guys probably have heard about them. Seinfeld is the master of callbacks. Like, and to make a show about nothing, like there literally is an episode or 2 episodes where Jerry and
the masturbation one is hilarious.
Well, they go to the television studio and they convince them to make a TV show about Jerry and his buddy about nothing. So they're literally poking fun about the fact that they have a show made about nothing, and that's literally what the show is about.
It's about a show about a show.
It was hilarious. And I mean, how George's wife dies.
My sense of humor has changed. I don't even like Monty Python anymore, but I loved it as a kid.
Oh yeah, I used to like
know.
American Pie, the movie.
It's like
Now
I
after
just
watching
started
it, it's
watching it the
disgusting.
other day, and it didn't do anything for me like it did originally.
So what was
All
your
right,
top?
Squishy.
What was the
I
top
wasn't
TV
eating
shows?
pie. What?
What was the top TV show?
I
Top
can't.
TV match.
Well, I Seinfeld, because it was in syndication, I've seen it so much. But I'll tell you the 3 shows that I can't pick one.
I'm loading a list.
I'm checking.
I'll give you the top 5 that are listed.
Right, I'm looking at the.
If they're gonna
top
like
100.
The Wire, I think is always rated as number 1.
Nope.
Didn't make top 5.
Nope.
Or dramas.
It's actually 7th.
Is it?
Right below Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad's awesome.
Right below Game of Thrones.
I like Breaking Bad. That was a good one. I enjoyed
Game of
that.
Thrones is good, but it's not.
Right below Mad Men.
I was very disappointed.
Mad Men is overrated.
The what?
And
Mad Men?
Mad Men. And number 3 was The Twilight Zone.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 2.
Ooh, Alfred Hitchcock was good.
Number 2 is The Simpsons.
Sopranos.
See, I'm not even a big fan of The Simpsons.
Sopranos were actually number 8, and Seinfeld was number 1.
Yeah. Hillary says Blackadder, and I've seen a couple. She also
I like
says
Blackadder.
Doctor Who, and both of them, yeah.
I like Doctor Who.
I like Rowan Atkins. Period.
The TV series that I've watched the most, just keep watching, are It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, that one's good.
There's a show on FX called The League. It's off.
Yeah,
I've watched The League so many fucking times. It's so funny.
I've watched The Sopranos 3 or 4 times.
And I love Sopranos. I love The Wire. Breaking Bad, I do fucking love.
I've watched Breaking Bad twice. I've watched Ozark 3 or 4 times because I watch it. I watched the whole thing just before the next batch.
There's
Like,
a series.
I'll watch the whole Ozark, all the seasons before this next one comes out.
Well, the one show that I don't think got enough attention, and it's Silicon Valley, and it still holds up.
I've seen a few. I've been watching.
If you watch it from start, it's so funny.
I've been watching Billions.
What was on the other side of that card?
I thought I said both. Did I put it back?
You did, but I don't think
the other one was,
Oh, the most annoying TV commercial on TV right now.
The one we just watched.
Yeah.
I don't watch TV, so I can't answer it.
I could tell you the most annoying YouTube commercial right now.
Sure.
It keeps telling me if I want to lose a bunch of weight at night, all I have to do is drink a bunch of water before bedtime. And I'm like,
well, wait now. That's the
is
same
that
thing
because-
that cures all of his diabetes.
Yes.
like, is that just because you get up in the middle of the night and run back and forth to the bathroom?
You know what? I'll tell
Always.
you. Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
It works.
why
though.
it says,
I mean,
and then it was like, drink 2 glasses of water before bed. I'm like, why would I drink 2 glasses of water right before I went to sleep? That's stupid.
I guess social media. What is it? The Noom weight loss. I think those things are annoying.
Yeah.
Well, that-
They pop up all the time.
diets don't work.
Well, it actually, if you click on it, the ad, it has nothing to do with the water. It has to do with this like shit they're trying to sell you to go with the 2 glasses of water before.
That's why you got to drink 2 glasses of water
Yeah.
to flush
And they
this
don't-
stuff through you.
Yeah, they
All
don't.
right.
do very
Pull
well.
another question.
Another one?
Pull another
Everybody
question.
hates
and
that.
then-
You sound
And then we're
surprised
gonna-
every time we're like, another one, another one.
I didn't think it was going to be a segment.
We love this. It is now.
What are we going to do when we run out of questions?
I think we actually hit
Would
this
you
one.
rather?
Oh, actually, maybe I didn't. If you had a parrot, what would it repeat after your bedroom activities?
Oh.
Yeah. I think that's what it would be.
The next question's pretty funny. You want it?
Yeah.
Or is anyone going to answer the bedtime activity one?
Oh, I thought that's what your parent would say. You want it?
Oh no.
Fuck off, Stephen.
That parrot's sitting there saying, "Was it as good for you as it was for me?"
Yeah,
All right,
my parrot would just fly around all
One-
the time
one
going,
more and
oh
then
God. Oh God.
We've got enough time left to watch the video.
All right. Who would each player like to push onto an anthill?
Yeah, go ahead, guys.
I have a few, but I'm not mentioning any names.
No. Who would you like to push onto an anthill? Because you know it'd be funny.
Out of us?
Yes.
Yeah.
My mind was going crazy of all the people I could push onto an anthill.
Mine was going crazy with all the people I'd like to do that to.
I think I'd just like to see Al move around.
So you push Al.
I've actually sat on an anthill and gotten bitten before, so no thank you.
So
I don't want you
push
to get bit. I don't want you to get bit. I just
Darcy, who would you push into an anthill?
I'm torn between you and Lenny.
Yeah, so pick one.
I think it'd have to be you, Marcel.
I'm gonna pick Mary Jane just so we're not sexist.
Al?
That's almost sexist because you chose me because I'm a girl. You do realize that.
Actually, I disagree with you.
I disagree with you. You just didn't want to leave me out because I don't have a.
Well, you're doing your like new things to try or your new challenges, so that's why I'm pushing you on.
Well, I got a new thing to try too before the show gets over. Can I go grab it out right quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Al, who are you going to throw?
I thought it was an exciting thing for me to try.
Mary Jane, because she threw you?
Yeah. Mary Jane, because it would be absolutely fucking hilarious to just watch that all play out.
That probably would be.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it would be hilarious to dump Darcy.
Hey.
I just want to remind everybody.
To be honest, Marcel, I was thinking it.
What do you want to remind us?
Well, because she wanted to see Al flop around. You want to see Darcy flop around.
Mary Jane?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
It's good.
That's twice I've almost thrown up on this new thing.
Makes me
challenge.
smile.
Darcy wants to do his own challenges right now.
What's your challenge,
Healthy.
Darcy?
I'm doing so. I think I'm gonna buy a different exotic fruit every week and try.
Is that an avocado?
Yay!
No, that's a passion fruit.
Oh, those are yummy.
But
it's hard, right?
What's that?
It's hard.
It's hard, but it's light as fuck.
Okay, so I did passion fruit this year. It's really messy. You're gonna love it, but it's got a lot of seeds, and the seeds are hard.
And you really enjoy your wife after.
Nice.
That stuff, the juice is so good.
So they say you got to cut them in two, and the skin on the outside is really hard.
Put it in a bowl. Are you cutting it in a bowl?
No, cutting it on paper towel.
No, it's gonna leak everywhere. Put it in your bowl.
Never lost a drop.
I feel like we're going back to porn there. Yep.
That's kind of
gross. Oh, yeah. Shovel that India.
Gross.
I did this January 4th.
It's
Shovel this
seeds
India,
like
boy.
a pomegranate. Isn't it in the pomegranate family, maybe? Because it looks like seeds like a pomegranate.
It is similar, but it's so sweet. But the seeds I had to swallow whole.
No,
Oh
get
my
a
God.
McDonald's straw.
Then you grow a pomegranate or grow a passion fruit tree.
Try and just take the juice, Darcy.
Yeah.
You can just get the juice because the seeds are a little hard.
Yeah, I just crunched some seeds, and they are hard.
I know I couldn't chew them. No way you can chew them. But the passion fruit juice is great for smoothies. Awesome.
I want to get an ice thing
Still
that I can
crunching
ground up ice and stuff like that and put fruit in it. It'd be yummy.
Darcy, I'll send you my video. I did it on January 4th. You should
Actually,
definitely. Fruit is amazing.
I kind of like these.
Yeah.
I like pomegranates.
This one was grown in Colombia, so there might be cocaine in it.
Better to look underneath, make sure there's nothing hidden.
You'll know later when you're licking your lips.
You know how to hide shit, man.
Al, in Cyprus, you just walked along and picked them everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
The pomegranates. They were so good.
Yeah. But again, you need a McDonald's straw, an old yellow one, and a pomegranate. Hours of enjoyment.
What?
All right,
Spit
So what do
seeds
you
at people?
think?
Yeah, of course.
Expert growing guy.
I could get used to eating them.
Yeah.
On some ice cream. Put it on some ice cream or something.
Oh, it's delicious.
But I'm wondering if I can get the seed to grow.
Maybe.
Is that something that would grow in our climate?
No.
No.
Indoors.
In a tent, you could make the climate just like we do for cannabis.
They have oranges that grow here. Why can't you?
You can grow a pineapple in your living room.
You can grow bananas here.
Now,
Wait,
I wonder if
pineapple?
Would you have to dry that seed out first, Marcel?
Try what seed out?
Would you have to dry that seed out?
I think you'd be better off drying it out.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It won't sprout wet. What, you dry it out and then make it wet again?
Yeah. Dry it out so it goes into hibernation.
Does that shock the plant? Like, does that shock it to get ready? And I'm like, hey, baby, let's go.
No.
Sorry.
It tells it to go to sleep
Yeah.
and get ready for the next
It's
time
more
it
like,
gets
hey,
wet
baby,
again.
not now.
Not now, maybe later.
Next time I get you wet,
Go eat some
then
ice
you can
cream.
grow.
So a seed dries, the outside of the seed dries, but inside is a little tiny bit of moisture.
Are you done showing us your finger, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right on. Those are pretty good. Like I said, I'll have to get I bought guava fruit. No, was no good. Didn't like it. They're definitely right. It has a unique taste.
I
You
like
should try dragon fruit next.
I want
like
to, but they didn't have
mandarin.
any.
I like
Although
oranges.
I did buy grapes that taste like cotton candy.
Yeah, cotton candy grapes. They're fucking awesome.
Really? I haven't seen these yet.
Oh, they're fucking awesome.
No, even better if you guys can ever find them. They're black grapes. If you can find black grapes, they're even
I've had black
sweeter
grapes.
than the cotton candies.
Are they seedless?
Yes.
I like the cotton candy because I like cotton candy and I like grapes.
No, I'm gonna get you some black ones.
I finally got to try the pine berries last week.
How did they get them to taste like cotton candy?
They grew it in that same stuff that you grow the cannabis in to make it sweet.
What? Molasses?
No, bud candy.
Okay, we're not watching the movie, I guess. I'm gonna
What time is it?
I'm gonna post the
Sure,
URL.
put the link. Put the link up though.
Yeah,
put the link here. I'm gonna share
I
it.
will say one thing I did learn that was really, really cool.
I'm
from that
gonna
video
watch it
is
when we're done here.
there is a whole network underneath the ground of
Yep.
Mayo, whatever it is, and it's like it connects all the plants and the trees all steal energy and nutrition from each
Another
other.
one
And
to
it's
watch
like,
is the Fantastic Fungi that's on Netflix. That's a good.
fungi is awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so there's I just posted the URL in all our chatty thingies. And mycelium.
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 That's it.
See, that's why you should be in the chat on Facebook, silly girl, because then we see that.
Who, me?
No, Hillary.
Oh, I was gonna say I can't even figure out how to get anywhere on anywhere.
We'll smoke another one and you'll figure it out.
Maybe. Or I'll just go to bed.
All right. Are we ready to say goodnight?
Yeah.
Good night.
Sure.
I am. So what show what should I be watching this week before we go?
A new season of Space Force came out.
Yeah,
on
tonight.
Netflix.
1883, Al.
18. I've seen the previews for that.
Movie 41.
I haven't seen that. I'll look for it.
You're gonna love Hugh Jackman's character.
I saw another Liam Neeson "Let's Save My Family" movie the other day. It was actually really good. I can't remember what it was called.
Let's save my family.
It's
all he does.
Yeah, that's all he does now. He saves his family. He's the new Bruce Willis and Steven Seagal. He goes to save my family and go beat somebody up.
The new Uncharted looks good.
The what?
Yeah,
Uncharted.
I'll be
or the Batman.
The Batman. I'm going to watch that. Yeah, when it comes out. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. This is the 420 Radio Show.
Later.
If you want to listen to our audio podcast, you can do so at 420radio.ca. Otherwise, you can watch this thing when you can. Sorry for the copyright infringements, YouTube.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. You shouldn't make it. You shouldn't. They really should not make it available on YouTube and then block it when we use it. Good night.
What?
So what are you doing? Nothing. Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.